Weeks ago, they had been just Vanaheimlings, fleeing from the wrath of Slaaneshi troops that overran their homelands. Then, Vilitch gathered them around his flag when he started to march upon the dark citadel those wretched followers of ecstasy had erected on their proud home and called Doomkeep. Of course they fought them, but it wasn't until the march to the place that the Nordheimers had stolen from them prior that they would become an exceptional unit. Where even those marked by Tzeentch himself faltered and retreated, about 100 of them stayed strong and pushed forward into the enemy lines. Outnumbered at least 2 to 1, if not twice that, their heavy fur-wrapped feet hit the packed snow in the tiny forest as they threw themselves into the fray. Their great axes split head after head, painting the snow red, and even as their own died under the spears and swords of the enemy, they held strong. Their numbers dwindled slowly, but for each of their own that fell, at least 1, if not 2, of the enemy horde was cut down, and as their numbers had dropped to a mere 40 or such, even their lord himself fought with them, the showers of magic giving them the resolve to stand against numbers far greater than their own. Unbent and unbroken they stood till just 20 of them remained. Nodding harshly, they handed their banner to their youngest, and half of them charged forward into the sure embrace of death, while the rest retreated to secure the banner with the other half. But they did not leave. The 8 that managed to extract the tattered flag from the wood quickly gathered themselves and awaited the next order to charge just a couple 100 yards away from where the last enemies fell. An order that never came. In the following looting, they enacted heavy revenge on the wounded that were left on the battlefield, and soon they would be known under a new name and gifted with a new banner, decorated with a lock of hair from all those Vanaheimlings that fell in their rows. From that day on, they were known as Bjornling's Revenge. The Aquillas are a band of marauders who show their devotion to the eagle by marking their bodies in feather tattoos in the hopes of being noticed. We have, of course, Damon's Guard. After the twisted fusion between the twins, some of Damon's companions decided to leave the warrior's side, while others still loyal to him saw an opportunity to revel in the glory of future battles. Those that stayed still hoped that one day Damon would be himself again and heavily despise Vilitch in the way he treats his brother. And apart from these glorious names for these glorious and storied units, we have a new name for Hessius the Black as well. No longer will he be known as the Black, no longer will his follies be remembered. Instead, he will be given a mark of chaos to depict his loyalty to Tzeentch and the lore of metal. And beyond that as well, of course, he will be given a new name. He will hold on to Hessius. Again, his namesake must stay. But no longer will he be known as the Black. Instead, he will be known as the Iron Storm. A reminder of his capabilities, a reminder of his prowess with the lore of metal, a reminder of all the lives he took from the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of our Vilitch the Curseling Let's Play in Total War Warhammer 3. I hope you've been enjoying this series. I hope you enjoyed some of the stories and names we got today. If you've been having fun with the series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving those likes and comments down below. As always, they make a very big difference. Just letting me know what y'all are interested in watching on the channel. Lets me know what I should keep doing, what I should slow down, what I should speed up, etc., etc. You've heard me say it countless times, but I say it again because it does make a very big difference and a very direct impact on what you actually see on the channel. So yes, if you've been enjoying this series, if you want to see it continue to completion, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And beyond that as well, of course, if you have any name suggestions for our various units or places, feel free to leave those in the comments down below as well. And let's get more of those glorious names in there, right? We have a few more still on hand. I have them picked out, but I wanted to sort of trickle them in, right? We got a handful in today. We'll get some more in the next session, so on and so forth. And then we'll grow attached to these various units and, you know, do anything we can to keep them alive because we don't want their stories to come to a quick end, right? Now, with Hessius the Iron Storm, an excellent new name for him, we have accomplished the Path of Knowledge, giving us some extra favor, and also unlocking the Flamers of Tzeentch, so we can use them in the upcoming battles, and Lord knows there are many upcoming battles right around the corner. We, of course, also went back in and gave him some additional, or rather, some of his old skills back, I should say, because when you provide a Mark of Chaos for a unit, they will reset reset their skills, and they will actually drop in their level as well. So we were only able to get Searing Doom up to tier 2, which is really all we need. But we also got the Plague of Rust and Glittering Robe. I decided to forgo Gehenna's Golden Hounds because, again, it's a Vortex spell, and yes, it can be quite handy, but given my luck and the unpredictability of Gehenna's Golden Hounds, I'm more likely to hurt my friends than I am to hurt my foes, which is very Tzeentchian in nature, it feels, but I think I'll avoid that for the time being, and eventually when I feel like my luck has turned around, we'll go ahead and double down on Gehenna's Golden Hounds, perhaps. But for now, Glittering Robe is nice for that extra armor, Plague of Rust for the reduction in enemy armor, and of course, Searing Doom for our namesake as the Iron Storm. Also, just to point out, we have a new look. When you get a Mark of Chaos, you are given a glorious new outfit and vibe, let's call it, and I am very pleased with how Heshus looks. And I just want to point out, actually, we have new Boons of Chaos as well. If memory serves me correctly, they get reset when you get a Mark of Chaos. So now we have Master Sorcerer, giving us Kindle Flame and Life Leeching passive abilities. If we end our turn with over 80 wins of magic reserves, we have Mage Hunter. If we win a battle against an army led by a spellcaster, we get increased spell resistance, and the, oh boy, I always have trouble with this word, Eldritch Aura? Eldritch? Is that right? Missile resistance plus 15% and spell resistance plus 15% as well. That is a passive ability as well. And then finally, we have successfully used a hero action with this character, giving us Oppressive Force. Wound action gives us an additional 15% chance of wounding the target, and block army action gives us movement range reduction by a slight bit more. Good stuff, though we're probably not going to actually unlock that boon. We are maybe going to chase after Master Sorcerer and Mage Hunter over here. But yes, that is Heshus taken care of. That is some naming taken care of. Let's now try and take care of our enemies. We, of course, have this terrifying situation with Costalton over here, moving in with his kin, with his minions, I should say, perhaps. A little worried about the situation over here, not going to lie. Black Gulch is going to be turned into a Black Mulch, I'm sure. They're probably going to take it for themselves. They might burn it down, but chances are they're going to take it for themselves, and we're going to have to fight them off. And at the same time, obviously, we are at war with the Fecundites as well. They have already begun sending, I believe it was their vassals, the Vanaheimlings, funnily enough, given some of the stories we were telling earlier just moments ago, but they've been sending their vassals to hurt the Bay of Blades. These buildings are damaged, but I'm not going to repair them because I'm fairly confident that we're going to see the Bay of Blades get burnt down, if not taken, within the next turn or perhaps two, because I'm sure there's an enemy waiting in the shadows somewhere, or perhaps, you know, in ambush stance, I suppose, waiting to take the Bay of Blades down. So we're going to leave that be as is. We'll have to take it back as well. And apart from all that, of course, we are at war with these guys as well, the Bjornlings, who we managed to defeat rather handily last session. And with that victory over them, I just want to see, yes, we are able to push for a peace treaty, and we can actually use this peace treaty to make some money as well. I will happily take that. I'm not necessarily afraid of them coming through and hurting us. I feel like we've definitely, you know, dealt them a deadly blow. Their strength rank is 76. I don't think they're coming back from that. Not anytime soon, at least, not against us. But I need that money. I'm not afraid of what they're capable of, but I am afraid of my economic situation. That's what I'm afraid of. So I need that money, and even though we could probably push for more, it seems as though they just don't have that money and they can't afford it, right? Like they only have so much money. So I'll take that 5,500, push that peace treaty before they waste some of their money recruiting troops, and then we can only get less. But yes, propose that offer. Yeah, let's do it. They're not going to become vassals, so that's, you know, no point in asking that. But I do believe this is a Dark Fortress, is it not? It is, but it is not one of theirs. It would give us the Varg as vassals, I believe. So that's good. We could make our way up there to the Troll Fjord eventually. We have enough trouble closer to home for now, though. We'll stay focused on that. Damaged buildings we're going to ignore. Building upgrade available. I could use some of that new money to improve this. It only takes 2 turns, costs 4,000, but it generates 600 favor as opposed to 400. 200 more, it'll make its, yeah, sure, 20 turns. 20 turns, it'll make its value back. That's a long time, but I think it's a good idea to get that built. I'm not going to upgrade the actual main building itself because that's 5,000. It takes 5 turns to happen, and I think we'll hold off on that. At the Altar of the Crimson Harvest, we're in a similar situation, I think. Yeah, this is already leveled up, but we're going to wait until we level this up. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable. This money is helpful as well because we'll be able to recruit some more units, including the newly gifted units we just received. But we'll do that, of course, when they actually need to be recruited so we don't waste upkeep for units that we don't need immediately. I could push Garrulus into the Doom Keep to try and prevent that rebellion. I think I would rather that rebellion pop, actually, so that we're able to increase control, public order a little bit, using the rebellion to our advantage. Sure, we'll leave that be. Building upgrades, we're going to leave the rest of them. Outpost available, no thank you, not right now. Imminent rebellion, I am painfully aware, and that is that turn done. Let's go ahead and see what the AI does as we're trying to make a mad dash back to the Doom Keep to prevent these guys from getting too far into our territory. Though, of course, the altar of the Crimson Harvest is also under threat. Oh boy, it's going to be interesting, folks. It's going to be interesting. But, like I was saying, if you've been enjoying this struggle and our fight against this onslaught, don't hesitate to let me know. We're going to auto-resolve this one. Take those souls, absolutely. They took the Black Gulch, yeah, no surprise there. And here we go, hitting the Bay of Blades as well. Not even using Festus over here. This is kind of scary. This is basically a full stack, and it's not even led by Festus. So there's another full stack out there for sure. They got Bilious Thunderguff out already. Quite a few Beasts of Nurgle that I'm not too worried about, actually. I do like... They're easy to take down with enough range, and I think we'll be able to get enough range, actually. Out there, maybe. Auto-resolve this one, though. Just taking a moment to understand exactly what we're up against. Fortunately, we caused a little bit of damage over here with this auto-resolve even. Decisive defeat, of course. Got a couple of souls in there. But, yeah, we'll see how this plays out. We'll see where they end up. We burnt it down. Yeah, see, I'm glad I didn't invest in repairing those buildings. Saw that coming from a mile away. Unfortunately, I didn't see that war declaration coming from a mile away, and many of you suggested it's because our reliability was low.
Sorcerer himself summons us to his realm. We have been trusted with a task that will bring us much favor.
And we'll talk about our reliability in just a moment, because I actually want to take a look at this first. Most remain blind to the conniving machinations of Tzeentch until their tragic fate is already sealed. Thus, as the unsuspecting nations of the Empire and Cathay seek to manifest a portal between their lands, avoiding the dangers of the Ivory Road, they remain oblivious to the true architect of their plans, the Great Schemer himself. As construction on the portal was completed, the forces of each nation were drawn through the gateway and pulled into a twisted and unfamiliar demonic landscape. Yet there are many powerful pawns in the God of Magic schemes, for an urgent summons demands Vilitch's presence in the realm of Tzeentch. Though the twisted plots of his god remain a mystery, the part Vilitch is to play will no doubt soon become startlingly clear. Now, this is some good money on the table that I will not be leaving on the table for sure. Vessel of Chaos is also pretty decent, increases our Tzeentch authority by +2. You can see it reduces certain costs of changing the ways, ward save increase, all that good stuff. Winds and magic reduction as well for Lore of Tzeentch spells specifically. That passive ability is not bad either, but really, that money is what my eyes are on right now, to be perfectly honest. All my eyes on that money, because we're okay, but when we recruit a few more units into that second army, it's going to, oh boy, it's going to be expensive. Either way, though, this will have to wait until later. Perhaps after Castalton has been dealt with, we'll dive into this quest battle. But why don't we go ahead and take a look at our, well, rebellion over here, which is, are you serious right now? You are truly bird-brained if, as a single unit, you're going to put the Doomkeep under siege and prevent our construction. What a pain. What an absolute pain. It's okay. We're going to go ahead and send Garrulus in here to hopefully destroy him. Please eliminate him. Please don't leave him standing. Don't do this to me. Please. Oh my goodness. Did he seriously just barely survive? Is that how we're playing this? Oh my goodness. Of course that's what happens. Of course that's what happens. Alright, let's see if we can't reach him still. Looks like we'll be able to reach him and finish him off. Path to Glory unlocked for Garrulus over here. He's gotten himself a Boon of Chaos. Which one is this? Unbreakable. Extra hit points and extra armor. Why would you call this boon unbreakable if it doesn't actually make him unbreakable? Unbreakable is a trait in the game. It's a thing that, why would they use that word again? I was like, whoa, did he really become unbreakable? That would be huge. But no, he just got like slightly more hit points and a bit more armor. That's nowhere near unbreakable. Anyway, whatever. Rant over. I'll take it. I'll take it. Actually, I'm curious though. Why did he get that? What was the actual... Ah, it doesn't say anymore. Oh well, it is what it is. I'll take it. Go ahead and actually finish this army off. Break Ludrid here. Decisive victory, yes, auto-resolve. He's dead. Unfortunately, we're a little out of position. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and push back down towards the Doom Keep. I say a little out of position because that means that we're not able to rush towards the Black Gulch as quickly as we, you know, otherwise would have been able to. We're a little bit further back than we would be, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. What is the end of the world is me constantly saying we're going to take a look at my reliability and then not actually looking at it. We are at very high, and I think last turn as well, I could look back and check, but when we were chasing after that peace treaty up north, I believe we were at very high at that point in time as well. Some of you were suggesting that our low reliability from the war declaration we did against the Demons of Chaos over here is what caused everyone to declare war upon us. But, I mean, maybe it was still low when the wars were actually declared, but we'll see if this very high reliability actually protects us from future potential threats. Exquisite Pain over here is open to a non-aggression pact. I don't think sounds kind of like a good idea right about now. We could get a trade deal over here as well. What else have we got? Military access. Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and get this non-aggression pact, initiate diplomacy, balance that out. 504, that's all you can afford. Is that really all you can afford? Save the trade deal for later, I think, in case they accumulate more money, and then we can use that, you know, kind of like add to it, basically. Sure. Propose that. Non-aggression pact. Good stuff. Keep Slaanesh at bay for now. We'll deal with them later. Reduce our reliability again when the time comes, but for now, keep them at bay. And I think that is everything. Oh, we can get Dolgan over here to trade with us. Sure. Initiate diplomacy. Any money is good money. Take some of that as well. Mind if I do? Excellent. And it looks like Exquisite Pain is actually open to a trade deal as well. Still. I feel like we could... Oh, actually, I guess we can't wait a little bit longer. Sure, I'll take that then. Good stuff. Make whatever money we can make, right? As soon as we can make it. And we have military access as well. Balance that out. Another 300. Sure. All the treaties. All the temporary treaties, of course. All good. Cool. Don't know how much that helped. In terms of our balance, I was expecting it to be a little bit higher than that, but I suppose it was only a handful of trade deals, really. Let's get Vilitch into the Doom Keep over here. Actually, before we do that, let's pull him into this territory, because I would like to see what it does for our replenishment. Yeah, no, let's pull him into the Doom Keep. Yeah, helps our replenishment a little bit more, gets more of these guys all topped up. The reason why I wanted to double check is because I would maybe like to... I'm a little worried that these guys might head down this way, so I was thinking maybe I would like to be right at the edge over here, so we could actually teleport down there and deal with Castalton if need be.
I died before betraying GRIZZLY.
Depends again also on which army heads in which direction, though, of course, because Castalton will have to go toe-to-toe, like Castalton specifically, his army, I mean, will have to go toe-to-toe with the Vilitch, while Garrulus will be able to take on Mirov over here. That's down over here as well, right? Oh, this is scary. Right, Doomkeep is still building this. Yes, we got delayed a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and hit the end turn button. I think there's not much else we can do. Saving some money for a mass recruitment drive we're about to do in just a moment's time. But otherwise, I don't think there's anything worth pursuing just quite yet. Wouldn't mind those garrisons. Actually, 2 turns it would take. Do I think we'd be able to finish it in time? I don't think so, to be honest. All right. End the turn there and see what the AI does this time. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, there it is. There it is. Maybe we're still able to teleport down there. I've reduced my chances of success by not going all the way to the edge, but we did need the extra replenishment, I think. Supervisor giving us the extra campaign movement range. Can't complain about that, I suppose. Garrulus gets it as well. Good stuff, good stuff. Heshus the Ironstorm has gained another Boon of Chaos. Master Sorcerer. Fair enough. Winds of Pain. Winds of Magic Power Reserve increase. Okay, good stuff. Master Sorcerer. Is that what it was called? Don't know exactly how we got it, but I'll take it. I wish it would keep the unlock method listed. So we don't know where the other army's gone. Castalton is down here. We don't know where the other army's gone. So can I, Vilitch, teleport you Okay, not move this turn. Just want to make sure that was the case. And teleport you down over here. Oh, ooh, looks like I can. Let's just check real close here. Looks like it. Though, can I end up in this guy's zone of control? Worth a shot. Let's go with the teleport stance. And of course it disappears completely. Because I should be able to land in that corner there. You can see his zone of control doesn't actually come up to there, and I'm pretty sure our teleportation did. Wow, okay, that's really helpful. That's fantastic. It's okay, it's okay. Not the end of the world, not the end of the world. We can go different direction. Let's go ahead and send GRIZZLY up a little bit as well. Probably push him towards the Black Gulch and try and take that back. I'm not sure what the other army is doing. Oh, it's pulling back. Is that Mirov? It is. God, he's got this army back here as well, led by Sergei. Alright, okay, here's what we're going to do. GRIZZLY, we're going to move you as far up as we can using Forced March. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and move you just over the edge after I check what units we can recruit over here. 5 Marauders, 3 Marauder Horsemen, a couple Trolls, lots of Chaos Warhounds. Okay, cool. Now, if we go over the edge over here... Oh, nice. That's why we check. Okay, we don't need them yet. Right, I don't want to pay that upkeep cost until I absolutely have to. We don't need them yet, but we'll grow this army soon enough. Let's go ahead and Force March then. Push deeper in. No access to the gifted units, unfortunately, but I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get. All right. Meanwhile, over here, I guess we rush down this way. The Bay of Blades has been taken by the Vanaheimlings. Looks like the Fecundites are down over here. Moving towards the Altar of the Crimson Harvest, as you are as well. Okay, fair enough. Let's go ahead and Force March. Move as far as we can, as quickly as we can, I suppose. Come across another full stack of Vanaheimlings that attack us and kill us. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and do that. No need for outposts or building upgrades. One turn until this is done. It'll, again, help our economy ever so slightly. Just slow down that trickle, right? Slow down that bleed. Let's end the turn here. Oh, actually... No. I was going to say we could use the changing of the ways to maybe slow these armies down, but really, I don't think... Muddle Mines. Reduce the movement range, ambush defense, and leadership of a targeted army. I don't think that'll be enough to slow Kastalton down, right? Maybe it'll be enough to prevent Mirov from returning to the Black Gulch. We could try that. It's only 250 souls. It's not that bad. Sure. Because he probably feels like there's a threat over here now, and he might want to make his way back. So if we can get to the Black Gulch before he can do that, we can actually recruit our... gifted units after having taken the Black Gulch. So let's muddle the minds of Mirov and his soldiers. Good stuff. And we'll also... Did I not perform that? I did not. I have to actually click perform, not the check mark. That's on me. Perform that. Yes, slow him down a little bit. And we'll use Spawnify on GRIZZLY's army as well when the time comes. When push comes to shove. Looks like, yeah, he even in Force March, he can't reach the Black Gulch. Good, 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 good. All in position? I think so. Hit the end turn button. And see what the AI does. Oh, jeez. Alright, okay, interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Can't take the Black Gulch now. Looks like we have to go in on Glugmir over here, because he's got the Altar of the Crimson Harvest under siege. Damn it, Kastalton had to pull up over here. This is not good. The Fecundite's back over here as well. And there's Festus. This is rough. 12, 9, and 20. Alright, Altar of the Crimson Harvest. What's your garrison looking like? Well, it exists. That's all I can really say about that. It exists. Regular march gets us how close? Only there. Teleport gets us only there. Alright, Force March, get closer. And then sally forth, I suppose, and try to eliminate this army. We have to move as quickly as possible. So, Vilitch, let's pull you up to here. Get these guys to retreat. Fair enough. Maybe they'll dive into Vilitch next turn. They're kind of locked in place. Hopefully they don't have reinforcements headed our way. And we have to pull GRIZZLY back, unfortunately. Got a little too cheeky there, I suppose. Just a touch too cheeky. Let's go ahead and take a regular stance. We will recruit the Feral Manticore, because we can't get them back over there, right? So we'll get the Feral Manticore in. Yep, I'm fine with that. And let's go ahead and pull you back to our safe haven here at the Doom Keep. Sure. Not too far back, because I want to be able to strike next turn if need be. Ambush success chance 40%. Can I get a 70 somewhere? Not anywhere. Oh, 40%. 70%, 29. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Ambush stance. I hesitate. My hesitation there was because if I stay visible, they might actually choose against going towards the Doom Keep. I might actually be calling them towards the Doom Keep by going into ambush stance because they'll think it's a straight path to the settlement here. We'll see. God, that is a terrifying set. That is a terrifying set of 3. But yes, that's all we can do right now. Let's go ahead and hit the end turn button. Can they actually trigger this ambush right now? Even in Forced March, doesn't look like you... Well, that's not accurate at all. Not sure what they can do. Not sure exactly what they can do. Let's go ahead and hit the end turn button and see what they decide to do. They're not going to head back down south, not with it already under siege now, right? That would make no sense. Oh, it's not though, right? I lifted that siege. Oh my goodness, but our army's right there. You know what? I'm really uncertain about how this is going to play out. Great, Exquisite Pain got destroyed. Well, our relationship with them was short-lived, but financially beneficial. Ooh. The champion of the dark gods are many. One comes to us, ready to serve, so he may be rewarded and elevated. Use him, but make sure he knows his place and the consequences of failure. We have ourselves an exalted hero. Good stuff. What can you do for us? Training, spread fear, assault garrisons, assassinate heroes, and assault army units as well. You know, it's kind of tempting, actually, to push him against some of these armies. Where did Kastalton go? That's Sergei. That's Mirov. Has he set up an ambush? Where'd this guy go? Oh my goodness, where is everybody? Stressing out a lot right now. Let's go ahead and regular march up to here. There he is. There he is. There's Kastalton. Moved a little bit closer than maybe I should have. I think he'll charge in. I think he'll charge in and attack us, and I think we'll be able to take him on. All right, fair enough. So that's that. Could stay up over there in ambush stance. These guys are maybe going to move in towards us. They can reach us if they forced march. These guys are just out of reach with a regular march, right? So we should be okay over here. Worst case scenario, we can retreat and still not recruiting additional units so we can keep the upkeep costs down for now. My fear is... No, okay. If these guys come down... Oh, with a forced march, they might be able to reach and supplement Kastalton over here. We didn't force march, so we will be able to retreat, which I think works in our favor. And I forget now, do we have Lightning Strike at tier 3? We do. Alright, cool. We're going to leave it at that then. And get you, yes, moving all the way up to here. Horde Dread. To try and cause some damage, assault some units or something. Something. End our turn there. Yikes. Alright, a Pyrrhic victory predicted. I think we have to dive in, folks. I think we have to dive in. If I auto-resolve this, we actually won't take any losses. We won't, rather, no, we won't lose any units is what I mean to say, which is promising, I suppose. What do we have here? Armored Kossars with their great weapons, alright. We have Kossars with spears. Got a lot of Kossars. That's a lot of range, man. That's a lot of range. And of course, an elemental bear as well. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. To the battlefield we go. Alright, folks, let's see if we can't minimize that hurt that we're expecting. I think we might be okay. I really hope this battlefield isn't too dark for YouTube. It's one of the darkest battlefields I've ever fought on, I think. Let's go ahead and leave the magic as is, start deployment, and see exactly what we can do here. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Rather, I think we'll win. My main concern is how we win, how well we win, right? Like, minimizing losses is so important right now with all these wars on all these fronts, especially. That's what I'm mainly concerned about, really. These guys grouped up, guard mode for you. Chaos Warhounds, we can put you in here as well. Get them hidden in there. Try and circle back and shut down some of their Kossars. Let's get these guys Off to the side over here, the Feral Manticore will need to charge in there, but we want to make sure he doesn't get focus fired, right, and shot down early on. And that's the trouble with how much range the enemy has. These knights over there to the side, sure, they can come with some rear charges, push in, and shut down some of their archers as well, hopefully. Damon's guard alongside these Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch. Line these guys up back over here. Actually, shift you. Let's do this. Like that. And let's get the front line like so. I guess we'll need these guys in as well. Let's do this. Spears on either end. Cool. If need be, we can circle in from behind. We got the giant back over here as well. Pull you back there, pull you back there. Shift everybody up right to the edge. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see how this plays out. Rear charges are going to be crucial. And not just rear charges, but getting behind enemy lines. But folks, let's dive on in. Alright, what are we looking at here? Dervishes up over there. Come on, come on, come on, come closer, come closer, come closer. In we go. Close enough, I think. Push forth, fire away. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of damage done there. Couple more volleys, please. Not too shabby. Again, we're being shot at. Gotta be careful about that, right? Pull back a little bit. Keep firing away, keep firing away. Stuff. Oh, look at that. 4 Sorcerers of their own as well. Want to go ahead and send our Feral Manticore in there real quick. Send you in there, actually. Let's go. Good stuff. Keep tracing after these dervishes. Push them in. Focusing on the giant. There goes the Manticore. Good stuff, good stuff. And you and you got spears up over here. Regular Cossars up there. Alright. Pull up that way. Manticore's moving in. Taking a lot of damage there. Let's pull back from the dervishes, please. A lot of morale damage. In goes the Manticore. Just chasing after these horse archers. Causing a touch of damage here and there. Just got to make sure we don't get bogged down. I don't want to lose that Manticore too easily now. Pull you back up. Turn back around. These dervishes, please. Guys are still moving up. These guys are still moving into position. Stabbing these Cossars. There are the spears there as well that I'm a little concerned about, but I don't want to just eat damage, right? Good stuff. They're falling back, as long as they're not facing me. Going in charge. In we go. Rolls first. Decent hits, I think. Yeah, not too shabby. In come the Dragon Ogres as well. Gotta pull these guys back. Get out of there. Chaos Warhounds. Alright, let's move in. I can't just stay back. These guys are largely ranged. Into the Elemental Bear we go as well. Up we go. Up we go. Push up, push up, push up. Let's go. Pull these guys back away from the spears and then back in afterwards. Push you in. Let's go. Go ahead and pop one of these over here. I think that's a good spot. Pull these guys back. Vilitch over to Kastelton. Got the giant moving up as well. Slowly but surely. Got Damon's guard moving up as well. Decent bit of damage over here, looks like, from the from our magic. Did alright, did alright. Moving in, these guys need to push in again. Again, it's like, if we're in, we're in trouble because of spears. If we're out, we're in trouble because of the range. Hate it. In a good way. Hate it in a good way. Diving over here, let's go. Newly aspiring champions in as well. Vilitch. I almost want to send you in against the Elemental Bear. Kastelton, go to Kastelton, let's go. Chaos Knights, pull you away. Let's send these guys in. And we go ahead and drop this somewhere juicy. Maybe not an overcast, maybe just a regular cast. Right down over there, let's do it. Gonna be a bit of friendly fire over there. Pull these Chaos Warriors back, perhaps. Get a rear charge on these guys. In comes the damage, hopefully. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. That's actually pretty good. Very juicy. Very juicy. Send these guys in over here. Let's go. Pull you in. Those are spears. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Doing all right. Doing all right. Push up. Push up. Get these knights moving in over here. Spears, unfortunately. Oh, my goodness. Push up. We'll try and get some charges back there. Where's our Manticore? Send you up over here. Try and eliminate those Cossars. Attack over here. Good stuff over here. Alright. These knights moving. Into the horse archers back there. Vilitch is doing alright. Alright. Can we drop another one of these, please? Right over here. Let's do it. That should be quite helpful, I think. Come the knights. Good charge over here on the horse archers, please. Taking a bit of damage as we charge in. Good hits over here. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Loving it. In go the horse, well, in go the cavalry into the horse archers, I should say. Good stuff, good stuff. Vilitch down over here, still having an alright time. Can I pop this just too far away, eh? Just too far away. Alright. Get the Sorcerer out of there, he's in trouble. Up against the Elemental Bear and just fully surrounded. Pull back, pull back. Oh, looks like the enemy's breaking over here. That's good. The trolls... Nothing is safe, nothing is safe. There's so many spears everywhere. Manticore, 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 where do we send you? Up over here. Spears, spears, it's all spears. Pop one of these. Try and finish these guys off over here. Come on, give me a good hit. These guys up this way, let's go. Not too bad. It wasn't amazing, it's not too bad either. The Elemental Bear is such a... God. It's giant away. These guys in here, up against the Elemental Bear. Pulled so far back. Vilitch is having a good time against Kastalton, so at least there's that. Get you out of there. Come on, come on, come on, get out of there, get out of there. How many spears in the area? Up to the air. Alright, cool. We'll be fine. Get these guys out of there. Spears and ranged. Such a struggle. Such a struggle. Sorcerer ready to cast another one of these. Right over here, I think. Pop that on you as well. Good stuff. We're okay against Kastalton. And it comes. We're gonna hit here. Come on, please. Good stuff. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Push you up. Help these guys out a little bit. A lot of these guys are probably armor piercing, aren't they? Nope, just Kossars with spears. Kossars. All right, good. That'll be good then. That'll be good. Up over here, we're doing all right. Yep. And I send the Chaos Trolls back in against these spears. A risky charge, but I'll take it. I'll have to. Kastalton's still in trouble. Good stuff. Our Sorcerer. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Vilitch, Vilitch, Vilitch. What to do with you? Alright. Sorcerer's having some trouble over here. Being hit by Kossars. Let's dive on in. Just into melee. Just into melee. You guys in over here against these Kossars. Get them to break. Sorcerer is in. Just walked right through them there. Those are Kossars with spears as well, so let's get out of here. Oh, looks like some more of their units are breaking. Up this down where? Over here? Yep. Bring you back in over here. Recharge on that Elemental Bear, please. Swarm the bear. Swarm the bear. Chaos Trolls chasing after those spears still. The Kossars with spears on the side over here. Good hit. Let's not get engaged for too long, though. That's obviously trouble for us. Vilitch is in a bit of trouble, actually. Gotta get Vilitch out of here. Try and get his health back up a little bit. His barrier back up as well. But I think we've secured this. These guys are still causing us trouble. Where are we? Go ahead and pop you. You know what? I think it's time to take a bit of a risk. A giant might be in trouble here. Can I get you through? Not into the spears, not into these spears either. Pop this over here. A bit of damage here, please. Yeah, sure, alright. In comes the little bolt over here as well. Hopefully that'll do some work. Vilitch, keep pulling away, buddy. Not too bad at all. That was a lot of damage up there. That was a lot of damage up there. And the bear, how's the bear doing? Down it goes. Down goes the bear. Excellent. That should help. Into these Kossars with great weapons and spears and all that. We lost our trolls, I think. Yeah, they got spears everywhere, so what are you going to do, right? Marauders, bring them into these spears. The Manticore away from here is just being shot up. Letting him eat all that damage. Vilitch, you're okay. Pull away a bit. And the Sorcerer in here. Spears. Into Kastalton. Oh, just resumed his, returned his morale there, eh? Just barely. But looks like everyone else is beginning to shatter. Come on now, come on now. Heshus is in here against these spears. A bit of a dangerous spot to be in, obviously. Pop this down right on yourself while getting out of here, hopefully as well. That should be a good hit. Yeah, you know what? Not too bad, not too bad. Vilitch still doing okay. Got some of his barrier back. It looks like Kastalton's about to give up. Push into Castalton. These guys are being held in place. There's our victory. Wow, that was definitely a Pyrrhic victory. We took a lot of losses there. We lost a lot of units for sure. For sure. Can I get these knights in here? Definitely rough. Face these guys down. Gonna try and finish them off if possible. What else do we have? We have the Manticore over here. Can dive in over there instead, I guess. Facing after Castalton. Let's get you over here as well, Vilitch. Stuff, good stuff. A lot of these guys are pretty badly beat up, but there are a few units that are still, you know, still standing. Still quite numerous, especially, that I want to whittle down. I want to try and finish off so that it'll be some time yet before Castalton can come back in here. Ah, damn it. Castalton himself got away. Too bad, too bad. Not the end of the world, but unfortunate. Well, up over here, we got these guys swarmed. Hopefully going to cause a fair bit of damage before they get out of here. Oh, yeah. Reduce them significantly. Man, going up against the spears and the arrows, I think a big part of it was just, like, my fear of the consequences preventing me from diving in, where it would have probably worked out in my favor, but just a little too concerned about how it would play out. The Elemental Bear was also terrifying to be up against, but you know what? We won the battle, and I do think that's what matters most right now, given the current circumstances. We're fully surrounded. A bit of merging and taking advantage of our recruitment capabilities, of, you know, the instant recruiting, is going to go a long way over here, and keep us alive and hopefully running smoothly. Let's end the battle there. I think that's enough damage done. I suppose what's a little bit longer. They've got, like, what, 4 troops left or something? Come on, finish them off. Literally, like, one last guy. There it is. Pyrrhic victory. I will gladly take it. I will absolutely, very gladly take it. Now, how many units did we lose? We lost our giant, it looks like. Looks like. Everybody else actually seems like they made it through. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. These guys performing rather well. 142 kills on them. 172 over here. Good stuff, good stuff. Aspiring champions, 49. Probably could have pushed them in a bit more aggressively. I was a little too cautious with them. Yeah, we lost the giant. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Everybody else has actually survived. We'll do a bit of merging over here. Of course, these marauders are in a pitiful state otherwise. But not too shabby. Not the end of the world. This enemy army is basically completely obliterated. We could do a bit of replenishment over here, which isn't too bad, actually. Otherwise, how much favor is it? 1,200 and about 400 souls. I think we'll go with the replenishment, actually. Oh, wrecked. Nice. Okay, good. Good. That changes things completely. There's still a fairly large army over here, right? But overall, that's a huge step for us. That's a huge step for us in this war. Great gained Faithbreaker from defeating Castalton. Flaming attacks for Vilitch. Oh boy. And the leadership increase as well. Good stuff. Word spawn have been unlocked. Alright, now, how do I want to adjust our situation here? I mean, we can't stay put. What can I recruit here? I can actually get a replacement giant right away. That's nice. It'll cost me 2,100. That's a little less nice, but it is what it is. We can get the replacement giant in there. We can get a couple of marauders as well if we decide to merge these two. But some of our spears, for example, especially are damaged. We have these marauders of Tzeentch as well, slightly damaged. The Manticore's in trouble. Okay. Up over here, we're able to recruit quite a few units, right? We've got our... hang on a second. Down over here, we'll just get the giant. Fair enough. Push up, maybe, just to threaten these guys. And then up over here, we can actually get our gifted units, too. We've got 2 Flamers of Tzeentch available, and 3 Pink Horrors of Tzeentch as well. And, of course, there's a lot of... like, there's the Regiments of Renown we can get over here. We can also get the war bands in the area to join us before we dive in. Now, I could send, as I was originally planning, Horde Dread in to soften somebody up. Sergei Castalton's back. Oh, okay, he didn't die. He did manage to pull back. Okay, he just disappeared, and I was like, did he get wrecked? But no, he did survive. Alright, you. Do you have... No. You're nowhere near having Lightning Strike at Tier 3. So he can't dive in there and remove reinforcements. Mirov, 15 stack. Assault units, 336 cost, 48% chance of success. Let's try it. Success, okay, good, I'll take it. Not too bad, they'll be replenishing, but I can at least cause some trouble. And level up. Thank you. Good stuff. Go ahead and increase your assault units, I suppose. Training is typically what I chase after, but maybe we need them to soften the enemy up a little bit right now. Change our priorities, if at least temporarily. Perhaps at most temporarily. Meanwhile, Vilitch has one more skill point. We can go ahead and get another step of Chaos Vanguard. Doesn't sound entirely useless right now, given our circumstances, so let's go ahead and do that. And I think, yeah, we'll have to do a bit of merging over here. Looks like Heshus has also leveled up. Let's go ahead and get you... what, buddy? Let's go ahead and get you another step of Glittering Robe, perhaps? Sure. Maybe actually use it in our next battle, right? Maybe actually use magic when playing as the magic casting faction. Glugmir over here, raiding. Probably going to strike at the Altar of the Crimson Harvest again. I'm torn about which direction I go in. Do I pull back to the altar and try and replenish over there? Leave Garrulus to fight on his own against 1328 enemy units? Maybe pull back to the Doomkeep? Who knows what kind of recruiting they'll do. And if we actually pull back to strike these guys, they'll just retreat and pull us on this wild goose chase. So I think we actually have to double down up over here, but a little bit of merging is required before we do that. So why don't we go ahead and get these two Marauders merged, unfortunately. Vilitch himself is in a bit of trouble even. Alright, let's merge you two. Gonna lose that rank 3, unfortunately, but it's okay. It's okay, not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and recruit the Giant, for sure. And a unit of Marauders to fill in the gap there. Okay, getting expensive. Full stack now, though. If I go in camp stance, we'll be able to replenish a bit, which will be helpful. And then I think we'll just try and threaten them from both sides, send Garrulus in as well with these gifted units, make him close to a full stack, and put our economy in a very dangerous, perilous position. But folks, I feel like that's going to be a huge battle. Gonna leave this on a bit of a cliffhanger yet again, and next session is going to be intense right off the bat. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you've been enjoying this series. If you have, you know what to do. Let me know down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any name suggestions for some of the units who continue to perform amazingly, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and of course leave the word name in the comment itself so I can spot it more easily when I go digging for them. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly, and of course a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.